So here we got 7 proven strategies that will help you earn $100,000 in 2023. What's going on, guys? My name is Jaime Behar. Thank you again for tuning back into my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video. You can either like it now, like it later. I'd say just like it now. So let's just get straight to it. Look, at the end of the day, there is a ton of different ways to be able to make money, right? We all know that. What really matters is what niche you're getting into, what industry you're getting into, and how much work ethic you're gonna put behind it. These next 7 things that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys are things that if you really put your time and effort into it, you can actually very easily make $100,000 in 2023, because all these different ideas aren't just ideas. They're actually things that have already been implemented and people have been able to execute on them and be able to make over $100,000. Till this day, they are still ideas, they are still businesses that you can currently implement and be able to make that, and if not even more. So the first one that I recommend you guys should definitely be getting into is becoming a sales rep. Now, believe it or not, I think probably becoming a sales rep is the easiest way to maybe potentially even becoming a millionaire without ever actually having to start your own business. Think about this. If you can actually potentially become a millionaire through sales, you really don't think you can make $100,000? Nowadays, $100,000 is not the same as it was 5 years ago, but making 6 figures is still significantly more than a lot of people are earning out there. Being able to do that, it's pretty simple, right? If you divide $100,000 by 12 months, you really only gotta make about $8,000 to $9,000 monthly, more or less. Now think about this. There are hundreds, if not thousands of businesses out there that need sales reps in order for them to help them close, whether it be their courses, whether it be their services, whether it be maybe just products, right? There's distribution companies out there that are selling $5 toys, $10 toys, $20 grocery items, all kinds of different things that you can think about, and there's sales reps behind that trying to close these buyers who sell them 100 units, 1,000 units, 10,000 units. There's all kinds of things that you can be selling and earning money on. Now, at the same time, there's a lot of companies that are selling high ticket services where you can be making anywhere from 5 to 20% commission and literally just walk away with earning $1,000 to $5,000 on one single service that you sell to one person. So obviously those might be maybe a little bit more difficult to be able to close, but imagine if all you had to do was close 2 people or 2 clients on a monthly basis, you can pretty easily make that $8,000 to $10,000 in profit. The next way I believe you can be making $100,000 or more in the next 12 months is by selling sneakers. Now, I get it. Some of you guys are not sneakerheads. Some of you guys don't want to do that. It requires a lot of work, but I'll tell you this, everything requires a lot of work, right? It really just depends on what you are passionate about and what you really want to put your time and efforts into it. So there's a lot of, I would say, kids out there that are earning millions of dollars just flipping sneakers, right? There was this guy, I forgot his name. He actually built somewhat of a relationship with DJ Khaled, where he was selling so many sneakers that literally artists were hitting him up to be able to buy the sneakers from him. Now think about that. If somebody out there can make $1 million just selling sneakers, why would you not be able to make $100,000, right? So obviously, the more people that are doing this, the more competition there's gonna be. There's only so many people that are gonna be paying marked up sneakers, but there is a market for it, and you can definitely be making $100,000. You guys have probably seen this all the time. Whenever Nike takes out new sneakers, what do? There's only a limited amount that you can buy. You literally have to apply as if it's like a raffle and hoping that you're gonna get that sneaker. Most of the time, people don't get it, right? Because there's only a limited quantity. Most of the people that are buying them are actually reselling them, right? So if you are buying them and then reselling them, keeping them for yourself, and there's limited amounts of sneakers, you can literally mark up your sneakers, anywhere from 10 to 50%, sometimes even 100%, if they're a sneaker that's maybe very limited in the amount of units that they made, and maybe the demand is really high. So if you are able to build a system, just like any other business, where you can just replicate buying those sneakers constantly nonstop and then just reselling them, you can very easily be making $100,000. Now again, it might not be something you want to do. Personally, it's not something I would ever want to do, but you can definitely be making $100,000 through that. The next way that I think you'd be making over $100,000 in 2023 is through YouTube. Believe it or not, I'm sure you guys have seen or follow a ton of YouTubers, and they're actually making a lot of money. Now think about this. Imagine if you have 100,000 subscribers that are constantly watching maybe your short form content, your long form content, These are people who are actually committed to you and love and value what you are putting out there. So anything that you say, anything that you talk about, anything that you express yourself on, there's a high likelihood that they are going to believe what you are telling them. The more people you're able to impact in that way, right? Just like an actor does or an artist does, the more you can sell to them, right? Because if they believe in what you're saying, then they believe that whatever product or service you're talking about, you also believe in. If they believe in you and they believe in that product or service, then they are more likely than not to be able to buy that product or service. So because you have that type of power is where YouTube AdSense comes in. YouTube pays all their creators a profit split based on the amount of money that they're making through ads from all these different companies that are paying Google, which is YouTube, to be able to run their ads through their videos. Again, it's not gonna be easy, just like no other business is, but if you are able to build a mass following through YouTube, not only will you be able to make money through Google AdSense, but through that, you'll be able to develop other products or services that will help you make even more money, right? So the Google AdSense is just a primary source that you'll be able to make money through your videos. And the next way that I believe you can make over $100,000 is dropshipping. Now, dropshipping has had its highs many years ago, and it also does not mean that you cannot make a lot of money through it, right? Till this day, there's a lot of people that are still making a lot of money through dropshipping because it has become so popular. There's obviously a lot more competition, so it's also gotten a lot harder. But again, just like anything else, if you put in the time, if you put in the effort and you get really, really good at it, you'll be able to beat out your competition because you'll be able to understand certain things that they don't understand and then be able to implement how to fix those issues or maybe add on something new that nobody else would see. And if you're able to beat out the competition and stick to it long enough, you will eventually, beat out the competition, which is what we want. So dropshipping, whether it is through Shopify or whether it's through any other platform, as long as you're able to drive traffic to a certain product or service that people are gonna buy, that's dropshipping, right? So as long as you're able to master the art of driving traffic, whether that is organically, if you have a large social media following, or maybe through Facebook ads, then you most likely should be able to make $100,000 throughout the year. Now, again, it's not an easy feat, just like none of the ones that I mentioned are, but it is something that's very attainable. It is something that you do not have to go to school with. As long as you put in a few hours every single day and you're constantly learning, you can very definitely get there. And I will say this, the more hours you put in, the more likely it is that you will actually get there a lot faster. The next way that I would highly recommend people is actually creating courses. There's a lot of people out there who kind of have a bad misconception of courses. There's people out there who actually believe people who create courses are scammers, which I highly disagree. I don't know why you would think that, right? All you're really doing is you're providing a product that people need to be able to learn a skill set that they need to be able to implement within their field. I will say this, there are a lot of courses out there that are not good at all and maybe aren't worth that value that you're paying for. And maybe that's why people call it a scam. So you can look at it any other way you want, but at the end of the day, right, if you are able to create a course that's highly valuable and you're able to implement and show certain skills within whatever it is that you're teaching and it helps people, the more people it resonates with, the more people learn from it, the more people realize that they can apply everything you taught them within their craft, within their business, or within whatever they're trying to do, the more people are gonna be willing to buy it because people are gonna be talking about it to their friends and the word's just gonna spread, right? So I actually think courses is probably one of the best ways to be able to make $100,000 from all the ones that I'm mentioning, which is actually something I'm trying to implement in 2023. And I'm hoping to make multiple 7 figures through courses over the next few years. The next way that I believe anybody can be implementing is actually something called affiliate marketing. So what is affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is simply you being able to sell a service to your audience that you're in a sense brokering from somebody else, right? So you can either present yourself to be somewhat of a partner of that service, or maybe you can just be honest and be like, hey, I'm an affiliate. I work with this company. They're a really good friend. I love the service that they're offering. If you're able to convince people, right, or sell people that believe highly in this product or service and they use your link and they buy the product or service, you can make a lot of money, right? There's many ways of being able to make a lot of money. It doesn't just have to be a service, just like I mentioned earlier, say a high commission service, high ticket sell. It can be something as simple as an Amazon direct link where you tell people like, hey, look, this is the camera that I use when I'm recording these videos, and this is why I think you should be using it, and just kind of, dropping a hint there. they use your link, they buy your camera. Amazon actually pays you for that, right? You're not gonna make thousands of dollars off of one camera that they buy, obviously, but if you have enough links from enough different products or services that people are using from you, you can easily make $10,000 per month doing that, right? Obviously, you need to have a huge following. Obviously, you need to be able to drive traffic through those links, but that's a whole different thing. All these different ways that we're talking about require some form or fashion of either selling yourself or driving traffic. But at the end of the day, it is an additional way that you can make over $100,000 that you might not be able to do today. The next way I believe you can be making $100,000 is actually through video editing. So believe it or not, I actually know a friend who has a company where he offers editing services. And if you're able to find people who know how to edit videos, who know how to cut them up, who really understand what is going on in social media right now, there's a lot of people like that who can implement these skills and apply them within their craft that are outside of maybe the United States, right? So this might be somebody more so that's in the US, where you can offer and start a business of say, hey, I'm gonna edit all your videos, it's gonna cost X amount, but in reality, you're building a team, right, of highly skilled editors that maybe are outside of the US. The United States is not the only country that has highly skilled people in certain niches, right? We can all agree to that. So at the same time, there's editors out there that you can find in different countries that can help you edit these videos, and obviously you might have to fine tune them, make them better, give them advice, just like anything else. But if you're able to do that and broker that at a high level, at a high volume, you can very easily be making $10,000 per month. And I'll say this, that's not the only way. You can yourself can be the only editor. What if you get so good that everybody wants to work with you, right? That is also possible. That is something that happens every single day in any single business. You can get so undeniably good that everybody wants to work with you. Somebody will keep paying you more and more and more money, right? You can start off saying like, hey, I'll give you free services. Check this out. Say they like it. Okay, cool. I'll pay you $3,000 a month. And you get so good that other people start watching your stuff and then they want to work with you and they'll tell you, hey, I'll pay you $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month. Like there is always somebody out there, and you might think, nobody's gonna pay me $5,000 a month to be able to edit the stuff. Like why would they pay me that? Believe it or not, if you are good enough, there is always somebody out there who's willing to pay more, right? Because there's always that person that's earning more and they understand the concept of why they wanna do this and why they wanna create content and why the content needs to be good and what benefits it's gonna bring to them, right? So if they understand that fully and say money is not an issue, and they know that they need the best of the best to be able to get those benefits of what they understand, of maybe selling their courses or maybe selling their services or maybe having affiliate links or whatever the case is, right? If they understand that they are getting that traffic that's driving through all that and they're already getting sales, but they can get 10 times the amount of traffic, why would they not do it, right? They were more than willing to pay the best editors out there to be able to do all that for them, because at the end of the day, that's gonna end up making them even more money. So these 7 ideas are just some of the best out there that I believe can help you generate $100,000 in 2023. If you want to dive deeper into any of these ideas, please subscribe into my YouTube channel. I will be dropping videos every single week. Within all those videos that I'm dropping, I will be sharing all the different things I've ever learned within business that I'm hoping will help you guys be able to earn your first $100,000, maybe even $1 million and more. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys are looking to create passive income and you want to partner with us, please click the link below and my team will give you a call.